Peace, family. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star, and today I got an episode for y'all about what do Black voters want. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button, that notification bell, and that share button so we can get this algorithm popping. Because you know they like to suppress Black content creators who post positivity. So thank you for all my people that's already subscribed. I definitely love the support, and I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all drop some comments in here based off what we're going to speak on today, and tell us what you want. Because you know the media tries to use these Democratic shills like Al Sharpton, Stacey Abrams, you know, usual Democrats, Reverend Warnock or whoever that dude's name is, and they try to use these people to try to tell us what we want as voters without truly talking to the people. Because I want to play a video of Al Sharpton actually speaking on the police. And I spoke on this before, even when, what's his name? Can't think of his name. Hassan Campbell. He kept talking about fund the police and fund the police. And that's like the last thing that we want is the police to get funding, because again, the statistics show that Black people aren't committing most of the crimes, but we are getting over policed. We have been for years. This has been an ongoing thing, being over policed. Majority of the people in the prison system, even though we're not even committing we're committing less than half the crimes, but we're the majority of the people in the prison system, which doesn't even make sense. So I'm gonna play this video because I'm gonna show you how these politicians double talk. Well, Al Sharpton ain't really a politician. He's a quote unquote activist who has a mainstream media television show. I don't even know how that works, but I'm gonna share my screen for y'all real quick. We're gonna get into this real fast. I actually want to show this one first, because this is the one. Then I'm gonna show you the one where he double talking. So this was from the other day. This is on Reverend Al Sharpton's page. So here it go.
And you will have woke people saying, oh, if you're talking about crime, well, my gosh, you're racist. Or there's a racial component every time.
When they say woke people, they're talking about quote unquote Black people.
A politician talks about crime. Rep, you've been saying all along that's not the case. You've been saying that when you go and talk to people, crime's at the top of their list of things that they're concerned about. And now there's a poll that you and I have been talking about that actually proves that Black voters are concerned with crime and think there actually need to be, I know this will shock white woke people who live in Park Slope, but Black voters actually want more police officers. Rev, explain.
I think that what is being misread is that there is a misreading of wanting criminal justice reform and police reform, and in wanting proper policing, and as crime and spikes in some areas, even more policing. We just elected a Black policeman, the mayor of New York, and he had overwhelming Black support. So I think that, again, the latte liberals are talking to the guy that gives them the syrup in their latte and not talking to the people that they claim they speak for. You need to speak to them. I can go in any church, and I preach in churches every Sunday, and people are saying, I'm concerned about crime in the neighborhood, my house being broken and carjacking. That is not racist. These are Blacks talking about Blacks. And it amazes me how we allow these people to get on platforms and talk for people that they never talk to. This poll said clearly that they are not for defunding the police. They are for using funds to train police, to reform policing. And we went through it in the Obama years. Nobody knows better than Jim. They wanted Obama to lead the Black movement. I said, we've got to lead it to Obama. He's the president. And I think that we have this misappropriation of roles in American politics that we need to be very honest about. And people can attack you and I for talking about it, Joe, but I won't shut up, and I've got to, you won't either. Well, people make...
Now, this is coming from a known, Al Sharpton is a known admitted FBI informant, right? I'm trying to get back to the point where it was showing the statistic. There we go. So the GRIO is not a credible source on no sense of the mean. See, among 1,000 voters, I don't believe that people in the Black community want more policing. Nobody where it's crime, where the crime is high. Because see, again, you're asking 1,000 registered voters that aren't living in these crime-infested areas. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you are, because we don't need more policing. The crime is up because the poverty is up, right? Poverty breeds crime, and they act like they don't understand that poverty breeds crime. So again, we need tangibles, reparations, housing, because a lot of these people who are committing these crimes are usually people that are very, very poor, homeless. They don't ever try to talk about the homeless crimes, the people that are homeless who commit all these crimes. And again, I don't take anything from these people, because again, they're in destitute situations, and they got to do what they got to do to try to live and survive and eat. So again, there's a lot of stealing, there's a lot of gun violence, things of that nature. But a lot of these people who are doing this, they don't ever want to bring that issue up, because I even seen this in white communities, like in Portland. You feel me? It's a major homeless rate out there. And it's a majority of the homeless people are white. And guess what they're doing? They're committing lots of crime. So, but should they increase the police, or should they increase fundings and, programs for these people to lift these people up? Because see, again, you guys throw a lot of funding to, Ukraine, Afghanistan, Israel. You throw all this funding around to all these other people. Meanwhile, people are living destitute in our own country. So now let me go to this one real quick. I want to show this. This isn't that long. I'm sorry if it's going to be a commercial.
A police presence, but it should be done in conjunction with the community, with community
funding. I've been talking about police reform for decades. What's your stance on police defunding?
I think that we need to have the funds of police distributed differently. Some in the mental health, some in the dealing with community policing. I think that we need a police presence, but it should be done in conjunction with the community, with community policing, where they're not an unoccupied, like an occupied force, rather. Because we still have to deal with the problem of crime in our community. A month after I did George Floyd's funeral, don't forget, I had to do the funeral of a 1-year-old boy killed by a stray bullet in Bed-Stuy. So let's not act like we don't live in communities where at times we have to fear the cops and the robbers. And we've got to be able to deal with this in a sane way.
Now, Reverend, now you veering a little bit into that black on black crime conversation that the conservatives like to use against us when we're saying that, you know what, we've got to get a hold on this police brutality. And they're like, well, what about black on black crime? So I usually don't, kind of conflate the two, because I feel like it gives those racists and those kind of people license to then say, well, what about what y'all doing in your communities? What's your take on
you're
that?
right. You're right. And my take on that is that the kids that engage in violence, and that's what I said at these funerals, they don't have a gun manufacturing company. They don't make bullets. So when you talk about black on black crime, where do they get the weapons from? And why haven't y'all put laws in place that stop gun manufacturers from inundating our communities with guns and bullets? It still goes back to them. Even after you had all this shooting at Parkside School and you had a beautiful, huge rally of those young people, they wouldn't even pass a background check bill because the NRA was that strong. So they can't lecture us, The problem of crime in our community still comes from those outsiders that make money off of giving our kids guns where they won't give them jobs. And don't talk about black on black. What about white on white crime? Every community, the most crime is committed by those living in the community. That's not distinct to us. And we can't accept that.
Okay, thank you, Reverend Al, for clearing that up, because I got all these.
Now, again, I want to get to I want to talk about that and break that down a little bit. Now, you see how he wasn't saying any of that on the other dude, and that other that. Let me see when that was published, real quick. 2 seconds. That was published 2 years ago, right? So Al Sharpton didn't say any of that stuff 2 years ago. It was, we need to not actually fund the police. They need to disperse those funds into mental health and things like that. But again, it don't even need to be, none of that needs to go into that. I'm not going to say none of it, because people do have mental health issues, but you have to fund the people. You have to fund the people, bro. It's no way around it. It's no way around it. Poverty breeds crime. That's why he brought up jobs. That's exactly why he brought up jobs, because poverty breeds crime, and people don't have anything, bro. They don't have jobs. They don't have housing. You get what I'm saying? You need to give people reparations, our people specifically, and watch how things turn around. See, again, I remember Dr. Umar talking about how with the Irish, how they were, in the Italians back in the day, especially with the mob and all that stuff, how it was like they were very into crime, right? Until they started, letting them in the unions and giving them jobs. The Irish got the police jobs, and Italians was getting, the fireman jobs and things like that. So again, we have to understand that a lot of this is happening because we are in poverty, right? That's like, I can't explain that anymore, that poverty breeds crime. And the only way that you're going to knock the crime down is by knocking down the poverty. You can't get around that. So when people talk, you could talk about guns, because there's a lot of guns in rich neighborhoods. For real, it is. It's really a lot, right? You have, even like, again, I went to Oregon, right? I was in Klamath Falls, Oregon. One day I went to a pawn shop, right? And it's nothing but guns in there. Nothing but guns. I was like, yo, I was actually telling the person I was with at the time, like, yo, you notice when we was in Maryland, like, majority of the pawn shops and stuff like that, or wherever you at in New Jersey, like, it's majority gold in there. Like, you got gold. It ain't I ain't never seen a gun in a pawn shop in New Jersey or in Maryland. So when I came to Oregon, and that was like, nigga, that shit like a straight up gun store. I'm like, yo, so it ain't that much shooting and stuff, if at least in Klamath Falls anyway. I'm like, bro, it's not no shootings like that. They got plenty of guns. So it doesn't really have anything to do with guns. But again, there's not a whole bunch of poverty. See, people, they don't want to equate that, because then you're going to have to get into the conversation of how we fix that. And you're not going to always do that with jobs, because, again, you bringing all these immigrants in here, and that's what is that's who's taking the jobs. So again, he's talking about what black voters want, and the most thing that black voters want is policing. Bro, they're crazy, bro. They crazy, and they trying to paint that narrative so they can they're trying to paint that narrative so they can justify, that's the word I was looking for, so they can justify funding the police after we've been talking about defunding. What is the police doing? There's actually a case right now, I believe in Kansas City, where a girl, where this dude, they was telling the community, was like, yo, man, it's a serial killer out here. They're like, oh, no, they was, shunning them off for months. Then come to find out, some black girl got loose, and like, yo, son had all these chicks up in there, you feel what I'm saying? Holding them hostage. killing them. Like, he was a straight up serial killer. So, like, bro, the police don't help us. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, the police, we need our own policing, right? So the main things that voters want, because I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, right? So when you hear people, excuse me too, I just burped. When you hear people's issues, the main things they want: reparations, a stop to immigration. They want defunding of the police. You can talk all that funding the police all you want. They want defunding the police, a halt to immigration, ban on abortion, and some people talk about the whole LGBTQ stuff getting pushed on their kids in school, and people want better school funding, different curriculums. It's things like that that's needed that these people don't want to talk about and try to make it seem like, oh, we tired of the crime. Like, bro, it's always been crime in the community, but y'all don't ever talk about what is the core issue to these problems, right? And the core issue to these problems is reparations. Reparations is going to put a major halt to the crime, because people who have stuff aren't stealing. People who have stuff aren't, because 9 times out of 10, majority of the crimes are happening because the people are poor. Again, like me and the brother, I had Sam Brown. Make sure y'all go check that video out, Judicial War. We were talking about how 90% of the people in prison and in the jails are below the poverty line. You feel me? And poverty breeds crime. So again, you have to, reparations is going to stop that, right? The housing, and the 50% of black people, or the homeless population, is black people. Okay, reparations will stop that, because now people can buy their houses. Matter of fact, I want to get into this whole Stacey Abrams thing where she's talking about Medicare and stuff. Again, reparations will stop this. But see, again, they like to talk about these stupid issues that black people don't even care about. Only people that care about these issues that they're talking about is these old black people that are on their way out the door with life, right? And they're the vote blue no matter who crowd. I couldn't even get that out my here. I'm about to read this thing from Stacey Abrams. So it says, what do you believe is at stake for black people in this election? Stacey Abrams: everything. We know that Brian Kemp doesn't care. He won't help. And as he started to attack our freedoms, I say he doesn't care because he has refused to expand Medicaid, so, excuse me. That means that 500,000 Georgians are being denied health insurance, 40% of whom are black people, 40% of whom are people being told no are black people who need that access to health care so they can take care of themselves and their families, and this physical health care and mental health care. All this is BS, bro. We do not care. I'm not going to say we don't care about healthcare. The way to end that, the simple fact that you can deny people healthcare in this country is crazy, regardless of whether you're a Democrat or Republican. This is why we need reparations. So we ain't got to worry about them saying no, and we can afford our own healthcare, or have the stipulation in reparations, as part of our reparations, to say we have free healthcare regardless, just like the Native Americans. They have free healthcare. They don't go through this issue because they have free healthcare. So, and by refusing to draw down those dollars, he's saying no. We also know that under Brian Kemp, we have seen a skyrocket in gun violence rate. This whole gun violence stuff, I'm getting so tired of this argument, including guns being the #1 killer of our children. No, it's not. It's actually abortion. And most of the children dying are black. If we do not have a governor who believes in common sense gun laws, our children and our communities will continue to be the victims of gun violence, and those guns are going to get easier and easier to secure. But we also know that because he let so many of our hospitals shut down, when they get shot, when they get hurt, there's nothing we can do for help. Like, number two is needing access of housing. Affordable housing is a crisis for the Black community. See what I'm saying? She loves to talk about things that reparations will cover. Housing, the gun violence situation. That gun violence thing is like so goofy. You're not going to stop people from getting a hold of guns unless you just stop, again, sort of to an extent. I don't even want to even let him even make it seem like he was right. But like Al Sharpton said, we aren't the gun manufacturers, right? So these people make the guns and they're distributing this into our communities because a lot of people in poor communities can't even afford guns, right? So making it seem as though that is the issue. Again, stop gun. Why are people allowed to just have guns so much? Because again, I remember Tony Yayo said, let me get up out of this. I remember Tony Yayo had said, right, yo, in England, or I think he was in England or France somewhere, he was like, man, it's nobody has guns or whatever. It's like peaceful. Yeah, because you know why? Because they don't have these same issues because they don't do this to their people. They're not specifically targeting a group of people to make sure that these people are broke, poor, and that they they make the conditions to where you're going to harm each other. So when you don't do that and you have an equal system where people have equal access to opportunity, equal access to education, equal access to jobs, equal access to funding, you get what I'm saying? Equal access to resources. Of course you don't need guns. Because nobody's going to be running around going upside people's head because they don't got anything. You see what I'm saying? So again, we have to stop listening to these people. Like, again, the whole vote blue no matter who. Listen, if the Republicans got something you want, vote Republican. If they got something that's tangible, because that's what the real issue is that we're not getting tangibles for our vote. We're getting things promised to us like, come on, dog. Think about the stuff that Stacey Abrams is saying. She's saying the same shit Obama was saying. Same stuff Biden and Kamala Harris was saying. Medicare for all. Everybody needs Medicare. Everybody needs Medicaid. Everybody, like, come on, dog. These are things y'all say the same shit all the time and nothing changes. Like, come on, bro. And like, you have these people who are falling for these goofy issues. In the meantime, watch this. Watch this, family. Let me share my screen because you ain't gonna see it if I don't share my screen. It's two things I want to talk about real quick. All right, let me go to my brother Marcel Dixon, right? Because Baltimore looks like this, Portland looks like this, and like for real, at the end of the day, I say this because regardless of what, look at this. Can you believe it? I'm literally destroying the country, and there's still dumbasses that still support me. Real talk. Hold on. I want to get to this video that he had put up. He actually shared it. I had seen it on is Marcel. That's actually what I was going to show y'all on my page about damn, man. I can't find it. Marcel posts so much. But it was actually a video about damn, man. I'm sorry, family. I'm trying to get to it. I should have found it before I got on here. But it was a video was showing pictures of it was like downtown Philadelphia or somewhere in Philadelphia, and right here. Here it go, family. Come on, man. Democratic run cities, man. Republican run cities. Because Portland looked just like this. And I know that's a liberal state. You see what I'm saying? Y'all sending money to Afghanistan's and y'all sending money to these neo-Nazis and Ukraine. Come on, man, look at this shit. And this shit always been like this. Don't try to make it seem like, oh, this is because the Republicans. Baltimore looked the same way. You see what I'm saying? This is in Kensington. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Man, y'all talking bullshit, man. Y'all need to give people reparations. Y'all letting all these drugs in the country. You feel me? Don't nobody want to hear that, man. Let me get to what I was going to get to. Because I had something about my brother, Ice Cube. Ice Cube lands $100 million NFL pledge for the contract with Black America. The league said it committed over $100 million to causes that assist contracts with Black American Institute. Yo, I'm proud of this brother, man, because he didn't have to do this. He actually worked with Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and other people in the community of the grassroots. So for him to get that money, $100 million is a lot. He was talking about housing and things like that. So I commend our brother, man, for that, man. That's a power move right there, because the contract for Black America. Excuse me, family. It's late. It's almost 3 a.m, but I had to do this because I was knocked out all day. Yeah, this is definitely a power move, man. This is a power move from our brother, Ice Cube. Mad respect to him for making the NFL do what it do, right? Again, I don't really like the NFL. I don't watch the NFL at all. I feel like the NFL is, a racist institution and organization as a whole. You might have some people in there that, players anyway, or some coaches that aren't racist, but as a whole, NBA is as well. So, but shout out to our brother for, making that happen. Again, the NFL wants to try to do stuff so that, they stay on the up and up with the people, because they know we control stuff, bro. We ever go on a boycott of not playing sports and not watching sports, your shit is over. They know it. They know it. So at the end of the day, they know what they did to Colin Kaepernick was wrong by boycotting them and blackballing them and getting them out the league and stuff like that. You was wrong for that, especially after he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Based off what he was doing it for, right? And y'all didn't support him whatsoever. You blackballed him. You won't let him back in the league, knowing that he could probably still play, a lot better than a lot of the quarterbacks you have in the league. But that's neither here or there. But shout out to Ice Cube. But again, family, we have to push these politicians to tell them what we want, as a group, what we want, what we demand, because we demand in reparations. We're not asking, we demanding, because we got to demand stuff. They have to give us our tangibles. Other than that, what is the point of voting if you're never going to get anything that helps you, right? These Democrats are allowing all these illegal immigrants in. I just showed you plenty of clips on that illegal immigration that shows that it is harmful as hell to Black people, specifically Black men who, don't have college degrees. You feel what I'm saying? And don't have trades. Get what I'm saying? So, like, you're bringing these people in. Listen, I was about to bring up some situation for work. I ain't even gonna bring it up. But just trust and believe, they're that's also what we want. I ain't even say that on here. But we want a crime bill. we definitely want a anti-black hate crime bill, because people love to do us dirty and then nothing is happening. And being as though that the Asians got their anti-hate bill, and they got their anti-hate bill, we need one, right? You know, you got Roland Martin trying to say that oh, that's us too. But when you look at the Asian hate bill and you read it, the only words you see in there as people they talking about is Asian. That's all it says. It doesn't say black people. It doesn't say minorities, people of color, po folks, nothing. That should specifically say Asian. If you just Google Asian crime bill and Joe Biden signed it and look at the images, they're going to actually show pictures of him surrounded by Asian people. Like, so again, these people, like these set up ops, like, you know, Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, you know, these people like Stacey Abrams, Warnock, what's the other boy name? Cory Booker. You just got so many people, man. Kamala Harris, just because they black don't mean anything, man. These people do not have your best interest at heart. Just look at the results. Go back years ago, because the only person that been in office that wasn't Republican since Obama was Trump, right? He had one term. Trump had one term. So for us to be like, look at what's going on. Trump didn't make everything go to shit either. So we can't sit here and sit back and be like, oh, Trump is the reason why we're in this situation we're in. Like, no, dog, we was declining and going backwards while Obama was in office. Which, like, you feel me? And then later on, he tries to come around and say, oh, that's because they wouldn't let me do anything. Like, come on, dog. Just like this lady said, oh, I'm going to this too. I'm going to this. Shout out to our sister, Vicky Dillard. I'm going to this because this was literally one of the videos I just watched right before I came in here to do this. Where it's at? I got to do that. History. Right here. Excuse me for the commercial, because I know it's going to be a commercial that come on. But so family, listen. Hold up. Here it go.
That we so deserve in this country. Checking this woman's record, you know, all of the vetting that they do before they bring on guests, honey. This sister must have had a clean record and tricked them. She must have did what she needed to do so she could get on there live and tell the truth and shame the devil. Watch this.
And then all of a sudden when you order it, they say, oh, that's sold out. Like, that's what Biden is doing for a lot of people, especially black people, who he got 90% of them to vote for him, but hasn't passed the George Floyd Policing Act. He's saying that you think Biden did it? No, Biden can use his executive order. He can use different powers. And that's the same thing with this abortion issue, because he can do anything like end the filibuster. But why doesn't Biden want to end the filibuster in order to push this through? Because Biden knows that the filibuster has been used by Democrats 300 times over the last 6 years. Biden knows that Chuck Schumer is one of the people who used the filibuster the most. And so Biden doesn't want to look crazy and lose his election seat and know that he's in the midterms and not really having anything to run on. So a lot of people end the filibuster by himself. Yeah, he can sign an executive order to end the filibuster. He actually can.
Okay, can the church say amen?
Listen, look at these faces. Family, look at these faces. She cooked they ass, bro. She cooked them. Look at Whoopi face, bro. She don't even know what to say. Hold on. Look at the other girl face. Because Biden, yes, he can sign. Listen, I swear to God, on everything I love, I was just talking to my OG, because he like Roland Martin and all these people. I said, hold on, family. Look at her face. Look at her face. Look at this chick face right there. Her and Whoopi. I'm gonna bring that back. I gotta bring that back, because this sister went hard. Hold up.
No, Biden can use his executive order. He can use different powers, and that's the same thing with this. He's saying doing for a lot of people, especially black people, who he got 90% of them to vote for him, but hasn't passed the George Floyd Policing Act. He's saying that— You think Biden did it? No, Biden can use it.
Please make sure you share the
I'm
broadcast.
sorry, hold up,
Thank you.
hold up,
The filibuster. But why doesn't Biden want to end the filibuster in order to push this through? Because Biden knows that the filibuster has been used for a lot of people, especially black people, who he got 90% of them to vote for him, but hasn't passed the George Floyd Policing Act. He's saying that— You think Biden did it? No, Biden.
Look at the face. Biden did it. Look, they don't even want to accept. They don't want anybody going against them, dog. Anybody. That's why I said you have to watch these people, bro. That face tell it all. That face tell it all.
Biden can use his executive order. He can use different powers. And that's the same thing with this abortion issue, because he can do anything like end the filibuster. But why doesn't Biden want to end the filibuster in order to push this through? Because Biden knows that the filibuster has been used by Democrats 300 times over the last 6 years. Biden knows that Chuck Schumer is one of the people who use the filibuster the most.
Promise you, OG said, listen, this is so crazy because I've just seen this video earlier today. I'm bringing this to work with me so I can show OG this. Because we literally, I promise you, Thursday, we was just talking about this and was saying, I said, OG, that whole filibuster, because he was talking, yeah, Schumer and the filibuster. I'm like, OG, for real, bro, I said, he could just sign an executive order. He don't need them to like do all of that. Same way with the anti-hate crime bill. That's exactly what I brought up. I said he signed an executive order for that. He signed an executive order. You know how many executive orders he signed when he got into office, fam? He started signing executive orders out this world, dog. What is you talking about? They use that as an excuse.
And so Biden doesn't want to look crazy and lose his election seat and know that he's in the midterms and not really having anything to run on. So a lot of people end the filibuster by himself. Yeah, he can sign an executive order to end the filibuster. He actually can.
He can end the filibuster by himself. Yes, he can sign an executive order. See, they didn't think that she was going to come. Look at the face. Look at the family. Look at the face.
Okay, can the church say amen?
Can they say amen? Shout out to Vicky Diller and the African Diaspora News Channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to them. Make sure you subscribe to Vicky Diller TV or Vicky Diller TV, but she has a website called VickyDillerTV.com. Shout out to our sister, man. But yo, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Look at the face. Look at the face and tell it all. They did not want her to come on there and say that because, again, these news networks are all ran by the same people. Same thing Kanye talked about, which I'm going to actually do a video on. I'm about to actually do a video on the media, who owns the media, and we're going to break that shit down. Because these people are cray-cray. You feel me? They crazy, man. They want you to go with this one narrative. That's what I'm saying. That's how you know this is all finesse game. They got these people on there so they can be like, oh, the filibuster. Oh, no, it's not Biden. He can't do it. See, when it comes to us, you make it seem like it's somebody else's fault. Nah, nigga, you could just sign that executive order and just make it happen. That's why I'm so glad we got this internet right now, bro. I'm trying to tell you, the internet is doing wonders for us right now, dog. You know, it does some bad to us. Well, I'm trying to tell you, it does wonders because we can see in real time how people be full of crap. You feel me? People be full of crap. So, like, we need to, again, vet all these people, vet what they're saying. We have to be more politically savvy, bro. We are so not politically savvy. It's not funny, bro. Like, again, the old timer at my job, he old as hell. But again, these are the people who listen to the regular news. Again, because he's probably not internet savvy. He probably don't got Twitter. He probably don't have Facebook and all of this stuff. And if he do, he ain't following nobody in the grassroots that's going to be like Vicky Diller and things like that. So again, sometimes that's why I always, because I remember the one day at work, I was showing all the black people the video of the Center of Immigration Research, and I was letting them hear it. And then I was like, yo, look around us. Like, nigga, you don't think this shit real? This shit real, dog. It's like, look how many of us it is, and then look at all these foreigners. Like, you, bro, this is real, bro. This is going on in real time. That's why I say, yo, any of these politicians that's pro-immigration, they not for us. I don't care if they black or not, dog. If that shit is Obama, Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams, Warnock, like, I don't care who it is, Cory Booker, whoever. I'm like, bro, if they talking about pushing immigration, that dude Eric Adams, the governor or mayor of NY, like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, they pushing immigration. They not for us, dog, because that shit affects us the most. He literally said it. And I said, yo, this video is from 2016 when Obama was in office. So while Obama was in office, bringing in immigrants, that shit was hurting us. You see what I'm saying? So just imagine how many more immigrants came since then. That the Democrats and all these people be just like coming in. Why you think? That's why I said, now, who was against immigration? They was like, I said, who was trying to build the wall? They was like, oh, Trump. I was like, so what you thought that was? They made you think that was a bad thing. But the Center of Immigration Research telling you that, nigga, the more immigrants come over here, the more help. So who would you most want to align with? And they still, some of these niggas was still saying the Democrats. I'm like, bro, this shit is sickening. The brainwashing is sickening. I'm saying, so, yo, you rather a whole bunch of people come over here and get resources that's meant for your ass and then take the jobs that's meant for your ass? He just said that this is the reason we getting low pay, dog. Ain't you living paycheck to paycheck? Don't you want some more bread? Yeah. All right, then. What do you mean? So the wall is actually a good thing. So the economy was way better when Trump was in office, nigga. The gas price wasn't this high. So how can we sit here and be like, I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not a Trump. I don't like Trump. I'm not a Republican. I don't like any party at all because they all against us. But I'm just saying, common sense tells me that Trump was a better candidate. Right? So if we could do this all over, you should have been voting for Trump instead of voting for Biden. We wouldn't even be in this whole mess. I ain't saying we wouldn't be in the whole, I'm not going to say we wouldn't be in the whole mess, but because, again, this was a pandemic, and I think that it was going to be planned regardless of who was in office, whether it was Trump or Biden. But what we do have to understand, family, is that this is a finesse game, and they have people in position, in the media and as the politicians to push one agenda, right? So soon as somebody watched, I guarantee you they're gonna be like, oh, it's the filibuster. That's why OG been saying that. That's why that was like one of his biggest arguments. I'm like, bro, I said the same thing. I swear to God, I said the same exact thing she said. No, he could just sign an executive order. What do you mean? He don't need that shit. You sign an executive order, that shit is golden, fam. That's why I say when they talk about reparations and all the Republicans ain't gonna want, because that's Roland Martin's biggest argument. All the Republicans ain't gonna want to do it. The Democrats ain't going. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nah, fam, we don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that at all. Because at the end of the day, the Republicans don't want to do it, and the Democrats don't want to go do it. But we're gonna force somebody to do it. And whoever in office, if they acting like they want us to get reparations, they can just sign the goddamn executive order. Right? So, again, family, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button, the share button, and the notification bell. Again, I'm giving you that raw, uncut, unapologetic. I'm not buck dancing for nobody. I don't care who they is, who watches me. Nigga, listen, they tell me, yo, you got to switch this up. You can't work here no more. Hey, nigga, well, I guess I can't work here no more, dog. I'm about to go find me something else to do. You feel me? Family, we got to be unapologetic. We can't just, and again, unapologetic don't mean you have to be ignorant. Don't mean you have to be rude or any of that. Unapologetic just means, yo, fam, I'm giving you the truth regardless, and I'm not going to feel sorry about giving you the truth. If the truth makes you feel some type of way, man, it just is what it is. I don't care who you are, whether you my family, whether you my friends, whether you anybody. I don't care who you are. If the truth offends you, that's something you got to deal with. You feel me? That's something that you're going to have to deal with, because at the end of the day, I'm not about to kiss ass just to give somebody, just to try to lighten the lie up. You get what I'm saying? Or try to, that's why I say, even with the whole, I always say this, the Illuminati, boy, they love that word Illuminati. Because again, people want to use it as a euphemism, a softer word than to say white supremacy, because that just hits too hard for other people to. But again, like when they talk about, oh, Kanye's getting bullied by the Illuminati right in our face. No, he's getting bullied by white supremacy, nigga. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, dog. He getting bullied by white supremacy, nigga. Name any of the people bullying them black? Any of the people bullying them black? Okay, that's white supremacy then. Nigga, stop talking about this Illuminati shit with your scary ass. Scared to say white supremacy because you don't want to offend no white people, nigga. Crazy as hell, man. We saying whatever we want. You feel me? You can suppress this shit all you want, because that's all they do. Your numbers be up one video, you getting 14,000 views, 15,000 views, 1,000 views. The next thing you know, you're getting 20 views. Now, come on, man, knock it off. Knock it off, man. We know what y'all doing. Y'all like to hate on people's content who for the people. Anybody who for black people, they gonna hate on you, bro. They knocking your numbers down. I was saying this one day about Tariq Nasheed, and I was like, yo, you can't sit here and tell me that like this dude shouldn't have 1 million viewers. You crazy as hell, bro. This nigga being listened to all over the world. People calling in talking about, yo, I'm from Israel. I'm over here in Turkey. I'm over here in Nigeria. I'm over here and here. I'm over here and here. Like, come on, dog. Then you got the whole United States on, like all the black people that I used to, not all the black people, but you know, a lot of black. Come on, dog. You crazy as hell. This nigga got 200 and some thousand subscribers. Y'all niggas suppressing that shit. Knock it off. Knock it off, dog. And the dude from the African Diaspora channel, the one that Vicky Diller was just on, he said the same thing. He said at one time he was getting like almost 10 to 20,000 new subscribers a week. Once he got to 1 million, that joint was just like, ew. Straight came to a halt. Like now he was getting 500 a week. Like, come on, dog. That shit is bullshit. That shit is bullshit. And they be doing that on purpose, trying to suppress, excuse my language. But they and I only do that because, you know, some people just don't like you to cuss. It ain't about when I mean I'm being unapologetic, I'm being unapologetic about the truth. You feel me? But you know, I cuss sometimes. Sorry. You know what I mean? Don't kill me. But you know, family, listen, man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We have 400 and something subscribers. We trying to get to that stack. So just make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all tell people to subscribe. Pass the word. Again, man, I appreciate all the support, all the love y'all been giving me, all the comments, people that comment, people that hit the like button, people that hit the dislike button. Man, listen, you ain't gonna like everything. I don't like everything everybody do. You feel me? So again, man, I just love y'all for engaging. I appreciate y'all. You know, y'all support and the time you take out to listen to me, man. I'll be coming with some more heat tomorrow. Y'all be blessed, family. Peace, man. I'm out of here.